everybody. Today you are in for a treat because I am going to do this webinar that is going to, it's filled with so much value that you're going to be walking away feeling like you totally understand email, and you're going to be excited about what the possibilities are for you and your list. And you're going to be excited about building your list because you're going to know that you're going to be able to really get to the core of people and bring out your own personality. Now, I want you to ask yourself right now, what would it be worth, all right, to you if you could write emails people love to open, read, and buy things? What would that be worth to you? Well, I'm going to share with you some really, really awesome things today. What we're going to talk about is how to write emails people look forward to reading and buying from. All right? And sometimes these emails that you write can just take hardly any time at all. Make sales and create traffic on demand. If you have a list, you can do this. All right, and you don't have to have any copywriting experience necessary. You don't even have to look at yourself as being a good writer, because you know what? Sometimes the unpolished, slogan or just language is really good to put in email. Okay, so and I got all these tips from one of the best copywriters out there in the world. All right, and I got to mastermind with him a couple of weeks ago in Florida, and it was just, I was blown away with his knowledge and just the way that you can impact people through emails. So this guy has 12 plus years in hyper-competitive markets such as golf, weight loss, home business, internet marketing, self-defense, dating, prostate problems, male health. He's multi-million-dollar ads and email campaigns he's been involved with. Some of his clients are people like Mike Dillard, Tim Irway, I'm not even going to try to pronounce that last name, Ken McCarthy, and Captain Chris Rizzo. All right. He does consulting for 7, 8, and 9-figure businesses with their marketing. All right. This guy is sought after by people who make millions. All right. And I got to mastermind with this guy. Right. And I took the best notes that you could possibly take. All right. And he also has what he calls an email players. It's his giveaway on his blog, and I'll show you where you can get his blog. But you get the first subscription of his $97 a month newsletter for free if you go to his list. And I suggest, if you're serious about email marketing, go ahead and just get on his list just so you can get his emails, so you can see how he does what he does. He's really good. All right. So we've already been through what we're going to learn. So let's get started. All right. So I want you to think about emails as everything in your life. Every little, you go to the store, you can create an email from that. You can, if you bump your toe, you can create an email from that. And I want you to email daily, all right? Most people don't, all right? They may email their list once or twice a month, and you're not really going to create a whole very good results with that. You need to really cater your list, all right? And send it by sending them emails every day so that they know who you are. They're seeing you every day in their inbox, okay? You position yourself as a leader, not just an expert, all right? And the reason he said that was, we have all kinds of experts. We're throwing that name around all the time, expert this, expert that. But if you're a leader in something, then you're impacting people's lives, right? So you need to carry yourself like a leader, all right? And when you're writing, and he's talked a little bit about sales pages, because that's a lot like when you write an email. It doesn't have to be perfect. It doesn't have to look all fancy or anything. It's just got to tell a really good story. Okay, so one of the most important things that you need to remember when writing an email is you need to get that person to open the email. You want to get the person's attention, right? So I'm going to give you a ton of really good email subject lines. So, if you don't have a pen and paper, then I want you to go and I want you to get a pen and paper right now, because you're going to want to write these down, and I've got a lot to go through. So I'm going to go pretty quick. All right, just warning you. All right, so one of the headlines: how to cheat death by playing with yourself. Okay, so you see that and you're like, whoa, I don't want to send that to my list. I don't want to. I think about you in the shower. Wait, why would I want to send that to my list? It's talk to me dirty, and then their first name. Now, the thing is you don't necessarily have to send that to your list, but I'm telling you, if you send something like that to your list, they're going to open it. They're going to be like, what? What are they talking about? And you can twist it in a way to where it fits into what you're saying. Does that make sense? All right, let's keep going. So curiosity subject lines. Curiosity. Curiosity can be even more persuasive than self-interest. People want to know. People are just craving to know things that they don't already know, all right? How to profit from my divorce. Wouldn't you want to open an email that said that, especially if you're going through a divorce? Prostate pills that can turn you into a girl. Now, I better know what prostate pill is going to turn me into a girl, especially if I got prostate cancer, right? So, and a lot of this, folks, you need to realize, you need to know your target market. You need to know what they're interested in. He's done a lot of prostate, campaigns. exercises that age you faster. That's pretty, you want to know. Man gets 20 years prison for dumping crazy ex-girlfriend. Okay, straight benefit subject lines. And these are just a whole bunch of examples, guys, so make sure you're writing these down, all right? How to get rid of cellulite. How to anger-proof your whole body. Hit the driver like a freak of nature. Bizarre subject lines. The more bizarre these subject lines are, the more it kind of creates curiosity and just like, man, it's weird. I want to know, about gurus prancing around, and angels, giants, and cheating women. I mean, it's just it goes to your human, this ain't right. I want to figure this out, right? So the more bizarre that you can get, the better. Isn't that awesome? That is awesome. So the weirder you are, the better. All right. So here's some good ones where it's like a play on words, right? You can lead a guru fanboy to knowledge, but you can't make them think. We kind of know that already, right? Right? You can lead a horse to water, but you can't make them drink. So play around with those kind of things, those phrases that everybody knows. Just everybody knows these things by heart, right? And if you tweak them a little bit to make them fit your whatever your email's about, then you're gonna these people are gonna think, wow, this is really cool. This person's really witty. I like this guy. It's really just kind of fun. You just gotta really get into it, and it's really exciting. So contrast subject lines. So that would be something totally different than what you think. Zap belly fat with French fries and a shake. Why drinking heavily can help your prostate. That's totally opposite of what we think, right? Of course, I could probably think that maybe drinking heavily meaning drinking a lot of water. I don't know. Yeah, that's probably it. How this ugly alcoholic pulled hot women. I'd like to know that, You see how this is going, guys? I hope you're getting a lot of really good ideas here, because this is huge. You want to get people opening these emails. So, a play on books or songs or movie titles. 50 Shades of Ben. Now, Ben Settle said this, all right? He said, everybody should have a 50 Shades of something email, because 50 Shades is so big right now, right? Everybody knows about it. It's just huge. So I'm not saying tonight, but one of these days, you need to do a 50 Shades of something email, all right? I Shot the Guru. How to make enemies and anger people. So instead of how to make friends and influence people, he put how to make enemies and anger people. Interview with a with a time vampire. TV and movie character subject lines. So this is where, like, if you got a favorite TV show or, you know, something of that sort, put them in your subject line. You know, Skeletor's $1 billion marketing secret. You know, George Constanza's School of Selling. You know, Whacking the Godfather of Prostate Pain. This is great stuff, guys. Challenge dogma subject lines. All right. How jogging keeps women fat. That is definitely a challenge to a dogma, right? When you jog, it's supposed to keep you fit and, you know, skinny, not fat. So people are going to want to click on that, right? I would. Get back on that couch. I want to click on that, see how I can, you know, lose weight and stay on my couch. Heck yeah. So mix and match. All right. So you can mix, you know, bizarre, you know, movie characters and curiosity, you know, movie titles and curiosity and contrast, and you know, you can mix all those together. That's basically what this slide is saying. There's no right or wrong way. That just makes this so much better. So here are his 7 newbie-proof ways to create profitable emails, even if you suck at writing. All right? So you don't even have to be good at writing. So, 1, don't hard teach. So, basically that means, you know, you don't want to reveal everything, right? Got lots of fans and fewer customers. It attracts hostile freebie seekers, right? So if you reveal everything in your email, if you don't leave any sort of curiosity to take that next step, to buy that product, all you're going to get is freeloaders, right? And he says that you're doing your list a disservice. And the reason he says that, because if you reveal everything in your emails for free, people are not going to value that as much as if they have to pay for it. So you're devaluing the knowledge that you could be selling. Does that make sense? And if you look at things in a little different fashion like that, that will help you sell more. Whoop, whoop, whoop. What did I do? All right. Okay. Okay. Second, instead of hard teaching, use infotainment, he calls it. So kind of, you know, bait the hook, you know, tease him, tease him, tease him. It's kind of like you're trying to pick up a chick, right? You don't want to give her everything that you got at the very beginning. You want to hold a little back so you got some, you know, cards up your sleeve, and you got stuff, you know, to impress her with, right? So, and talk about your market's problems, fears, desires, and challenges. That's huge. That's huge. If you know what the people in your target market, what their problems are, what their fears are, what they desire, what challenges they're having, what keeps them up at night, then you know exactly what to say to sell them. That's what this is all about, is learning what to say so that you can make sales. So write like you talk, all right? Like you said, you don't have to be a good writer to do this, all right? Just write the same way that you talk, with all your slogans, your slang, you know, all that stuff. It's okay. And having that unpolished, even if you make typos and stuff, it makes you human, right? People can relate to that. Don't swipe other emails. That's really important. Guys, if you've got a big, you know, autoresponder campaign that, you know, there's a bunch of emails there that's already done for you, I suggest going through each and every one of those and tweaking them so it's more like you. All right? You don't have to change every word in there, but you can tweak them so that it's not all the same. Because I guarantee you that it will hurt you in the long run if you're just sending out the same emails as everybody else. All right, stories, metaphors, analogies, right? You want to put those kind of things into your emails. Stories, metaphors, analogies. We all know what these are. It goes down to our humanity. We're hardwired to be persuaded by stories. If you can tell good stories, then you've got it going. All right, let's sell you without hard pitching, like Top Gun. All right, and what he meant by that was, you know, after Top Gun, you know, everybody wanted a leather jacket and those really cool Tom Cruise, you know, shades, right? But nowhere in the movie did it say, you know, did it entice you to buy them, right? It's just because they were so cool, you know, and Tom Cruise made them so cool, everybody wanted these shades, right? So the 4-minute email forum secret, his secret is to go into a forum of your niche, right? If your niche is survival, go into a survivalist forum and look and see what people are asking. And then you can base your emails off of that, right? You have all the content that you need right there. And he suggested study Seinfeld, Michael Savage, and Gary Holbert. And Seinfeld is the movie, or the show Seinfeld, because, you know, there's a lot of witty jokes and stuff like that. Jokes are really, really good way to get people to open them emails also. So inspire people. Everyone is looking for inspiration, right? Everywhere. You're always, you know, you see Nike commercials. Inspiration, right? It sells without being salesy, right? And it makes people want to take action. You know, if you can inspire somebody to take action, use that emotional base, that's huge. And just think about what inspires you. If it inspires you, then it's probably going to inspire somebody else too. Question and answers, right? So these are some good things to write about. Like, when you go into the forums, you see a question and then you get an answer, right? And it looks like content, and it's easy. You know, answer your question and leads to your solution. You've got this solution. They have to pay for it, but you've got it, right? Checklists. People like checklists. It's easy to process checklists. You know, it's valuable, but it's not hard teaching, right? So you can give them a big old list of all the things that they need, right? It's very valuable, but there's still room for, you know, you've got this list, but I've got all the rest of the stuff in between those lines that you're going to need to make this list successful. Does that make sense? Am I making sense right now? You guys following me with the checklists? So you've got bullet points of information, right? And in between those bullet points are what really put together that makes everything whole, so that people can really understand the bullet points, right? It also creates curiosity. All right, controversy. Very good thing to write about in your emails is controversy. Gets people's attention. Those who will agree will like you more. Those who don't agree will stay. You know, and he used an example where, you know, people wouldn't agree, like did not agree with him, but they stayed on his list and still opened every email that he had, you know. So people won't agree with you, and that's okay. And it makes you stick out, and it inspires confidence in yourself. And that's important. It's important to give your opinion. Okay, finger points of writing emails. People love to read and buy from. All right? And this is what we're wrapping up with, okay? Don't fear unsubscribers. Like I said before, be yourself, right? You're going to have haters sometimes. Not all the time. You're guaranteed to have haters, all right? Play to win instead of playing not to lose. Guys, that's huge. When he said that, that was like a breakthrough, right? Play to win instead of playing not to lose. Huge. That should be like a Facebook quote right there. Save when you, okay, he said save, when it saves you money, it often means more sales. So what he meant by that is if you have like some promotion, all right, that people can save on, you can get more sales from that. You'll get less spam complaints if you write your emails the way we just talked about. Even though they're kind of risque, you will get less spam complaints. And he says always be adding new names to your list. That's important. You want to have fresh eyes on your stuff. So always keep, you know, adding to your list, you know, with your opt-in boxes on your blogs, or when you buy solo ads, and stuff like that. So always plug something, right? It bonds your people with you more. Scares away the freebie seekers, right? And shows you're a real business and not a charity. Your moral and ethic duty. It is your moral and ethic duty to sell. And send your people to your cash register, not somebody else's. All right? Those are some important things. So the length and look of your emails, this is pretty important. All right? You want your emails to be about 200 to 300 words. You don't want them to be really longer than that. They can be shorter than that. That's fine. You want to make sure to have contrasting sentences and paragraphs, which means you're basically like breaking them up, and not every paragraph's the same size. He talked about having A pile versus B pile, which is your really nice emails versus your not so nice emails. And then he also said, you want to make your emails like a woman's skirt, short enough to get attention, long enough to cover the details. Start it. All right. So, and he also gave us a 30-day double your sales action plan. So, and what he had us do is, and my 30 days isn't over yet, but you do a different kind of email each day. So remember the kind of emails they are, like, movie subject, titles, bizarre email titles, stuff like that. One email per day, 5 to 7 days per week for 30 days. Example, you do Monday you do a story, Tuesday you do a checklist, Wednesday you do controversy, Thursday you do question answer, Friday you do curiosity, stuff like that. Prep your list. Okay, he said this for those of you who have not been emailing your list regularly. You want to prep them. You want to say, hey, I'm going to start sending some really great stuff, regularly now, okay? And money is attracted to speed. And he said this because if you don't take this information that I've shared with you today and do something with it in the next 24 hours, that is not good. You know what? The universe works in a way where if you get this passion, this drive, this new vibrant, glow about you, and you're like, I'm ready to go, but then you don't take action, it dies out fast. But if you do take action, you can get this done, and you will make sales, and you will get people to read your emails. So I encourage you tonight to go and write your prep email if you need to, and every day for the next 30 days at least, write an email every day. and I guarantee you that you will start seeing results. I did. I'm not even halfway done with the challenge, and I'm already seeing huge results. My open rates are much higher than they were. Guys, this stuff works. It's good stuff. So if you'd like to go and subscribe to Ben's list, you can go to www.bensettle.com. And we're wrapping this up now, and we're going to go to questions. So Jason, you still on?
I'm on. I'm here. I asked. We actually had Terry on, and she didn't have any questions. So, and we have some. Wait, we have someone on the phone, and they didn't have any questions either. But you did a good job. I mean, I had learned a lot from this that I'm gonna be using as well. So, I know I'm gonna take all this information and I'm gonna implement it tonight.
Awesome, awesome. So, oh, sorry. This really bad Facebook thing. Let's get on here. All right, well, we're going to go ahead and wrap it up. What are we doing next week, Jason?
Next week, we're going to talk about the hidden costs for online marketing, because we actually have, people that join online marketing, but they don't know about all the hidden costs that they will have to incur. So that's what I'm going to talk about next week.
Ooh, that's a good one. That is a real good one. I remember when I first started, had no idea.
Right, and yeah, I want to actually talk about that because I actually had one of my downline today, and they said that they had somebody ask them that, and they were honest with them, and they had joined them just because they were honest, and they knew all of the expenses that they were going to have to incur. So,
yeah, I can't wait till next week because, it'd be really good to find out how to handle that.
Exactly.
So it's going to be great, guys. Show up next week. Thanks a lot for those of you that did show up, and we're going to go ahead and call it a night. Take care. God bless everybody.